Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay July 1, 2022. Panibagong buwan na naman po. At welcome po sa the stock market today. And meron po tayong bagong Pangulo, bagong pangalawang Pangulo. At meron tayong 12 bagong senador. May mga bagong congressman, mga bagong leader sa LGU, may mga bago at lumang muka. At panibagong araw na naman po. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Ginagawa ko po itong review araw-araw. And nire-report ko rin po yung latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks. If you like the content, inimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking pa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say in this channel ay hindi po financial advice. Get well soon, Mari. And we're praying for your quick recovery, me and my family. Ang ating news ay tungkol sa Century Pacific Foods. Kasama ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, July 1, 2022. Dito lamang sa the stock market today. Don't go away. Okay, yung ating financial headlines from BDO Securities, BSP says June inflation likely quickened to 5.7 to 6.5, may consider bigger rate hikes. Marcos Jr. sworn in as president. Debt to GDP ratio projected to peak at 66.8% in 2023. So medyo malaki po ito. So we'll still continue to borrow in spite of that large ratio. No? Bank lending up 10.7% in May 2022, the fastest in 2 years. Then CNPF sales up amid food inflation, allots 2 billion pesos for CAPEX. CAPEX is capital expenditures. Meralco earmarks 2.34 billion for expansion projects. But our main news is here from Inquirer.net. Century Pacific sales up as food inflation bites. Publicly listed maker of Century Tuna in Argentina corned beef canned goods said sales were picking up despite a series of price increases due to consumers switching to cheaper and more convenient alternatives as belt tightened during current inflation surge. Century Pacific Food Inc., which also owns Swift Processed Meats and the iconic sardines brand Ligo, was seeking double-digit sales revenue growth as rising input costs push up prices for fresh meat and produce, Executive Chair Christopher Poe said on Thursday. The kinds of products or majority of the products we offer to the market are essentials for staples, Poe told reporters following the company's annual stockholders meeting. Century Pacific Chief Operating Officer Gregory Banson said middle to lower income families were feeling the pinch from rising consumer prices. He said many were realizing that buying canned meat and canned food a more affordable option. He said price jumps in these categories were also less apparent versus the increase in fresh meat. Poe said they had already implemented a series of price hikes starting last year. Currently, the company had increased retail prices by the mid-single digits, but this could rise to the high single digits by the end of 2022. We are not passing on everything on one go, but because we want to cushion the effect on our consumers. We have to be careful we don't do it too quickly that our consumers might also substitute our products. said Century Pacific was setting aside 2 billion pesos this year for expansion and to upgrade its IT and digital infrastructure. He said their present tuna and coconut manufacturing capacity was highly utilized at this point in time. Century Pacific earlier disclosed that the first quarter net income rose 10% to 1.4 billion pesos as net revenues reached 14.7 billion pesos, up 10%. The company said sales were boosted by its brand segment comprised of its canned meats and milk categories, accounting for 84% of sales. Okay, so that's our main news for the day, and let's take a look for some comments here. And from Isip Roman, SSP bukas, sir. Okay, sige po, SSP, salamat po. And Gilbert Borromeo, pwede po pa-request kung pwede review po ng FB, COSCO at LTG. Salamat po. Malaking tulong po ang mga videos mo sa akin para sa stock updates. Naku, marami po salamat Gilbert Borromeo. Sige, kasama natin ang inyong request. Okay, so let's take a look at the index on what happened today. Okay, so our index gained, it's almost flat, 9.92 points. In the green, no? 0.16%, almost flat, 61, 65.35, and it continues to move downwards. So, yung ating RSI, bearish pa rin at 36. In the meantime, yung market activity natin, 83 companies declined, 94 advanced, while 48 remained unchanged. The all-share index is also flat, 0.12% lang, ano? And our sectoral indices all are up except for the industrials, which lost 0.63%. But yung mga percentages, makikita po ninyo, almost flat rin po, no? Ang resulta, except for services, or the largest gain was in mining, 0.78%, but this is also almost flat. Okay. So we'll be reviewing SSP, FB, COSCO, LTG, then let's do BDO and SCC. Okay, so let's now go to SSP. Yan, SSP. Actually, mukhang nagko-consolidate lang po siya dito kasi kahapon, it had a surge. It had a breakout actually yesterday, and it's the highest gain in almost a month. April, almost 2 months actually, or almost 2 months, correct. So yung pinaka resistance po niya ay nandito po, area po ang resistance na 1.21, and yesterday it had a breakout, ano, kasi breakout is accompanied by volume, plus the increase is at least 2 weeks or more, no? Yan yung pinaka-largest increase po niya. And previously, it was bearish, sideways to bearish. At bago nag-bearish, sideways po ang movement niya. Pero nagkaroon po ng surge. Meron kayang news ito. Sleeping lang natin, no? SSP Material Information Transactions 2 days ago. So, I don't think there is a significant news here, no? So, no significant news, pero nag-surge po yung kanyang presyo. Figures above are US dollars except for earnings per share. I think it's the US dollar values. No, puro US dollars to kinonvert lang to peso. And it's because of the dollar rate. Lumalaki po yung US dollar peso, kaya tumaas po siya. Oh. I think that's it. It's the value of the company dahil mataas ang rate. Yun lang nakikita ko po dito. So, yan po yung pinaka-resistance po niya. At hanapin natin yung support level. I think the support level would be here. But the more important level is the resistance level. Nandito po siya. And ito, yung tong red candlestick, maaring consolidation lang po ito, no? Baka tomorrow makakita tayo ng green candlestick or short candlestick bago siya umakyat, or kuminsan naman ay nagkakaroon ng continuation the following day. Sabangan po natin to. Mataas po yung RSI, nasa 60. Kasi previously, nasa 46 lang siya, no? And 37 noong June 28. Pero ngayon, meron pong surge with volume. At pagka merong surge na merong volume, magandang pangitain po yan for the stock. Dahil ang possibility po niyan ay mag-consolidate o tumuloy o magkaroon ng continuation, tumuloy siya. Yun po ang nakikita ko po for SSP. So, yun po nearest resistance 121, support is 106. Support and resistance, di po yan exact points, but these are areas. Next is FB. Okay, FB is bearish, although nagkaroon siya ng bounce today, but it's just a short candlestick, probably market sentiment, and there's a slight volume here. It's oversold actually. So oversold siya since January 15. So abangan po natin to dahil although it's a short candlestick, baka magkaroon po ng continuation tomorrow, no? But it's still bearish. Yung ating indicators is still above our candlestick, and it's bearish since beginning of the third quarter up to the middle of the third quarter. Nagkaroon po ng change sa kanyang trend. So yun po ang FB. Tingnan natin yung weekly, hanapin natin yung support niya. Actually, it's support level. Support level na po ito sa 48. No, 48 po yung support level. More or less yan, nasa support na po siya. Then next, we have COSCO. Ito yung tinitignan namin ni Mari one time, ano. Kasi COSCO Capital, actually meron pong an SNR type of grocery or food supermarket grocery sa US, SNR type na ang tawag ay COSCO. And whenever I've been there 1 or 2 times lang, ano, pero napakamura po ng food. Di ba po sa SNR meron pong pizza, meron pong hotdog, meron pong pasta, and all that, ice cream, no? Doon meron ng hotdog, pero yung cost ng hotdog is just $1. And then the drink is a tall drink, unlimited drink siya. And very cheap po yung food. Anyway, but this is another company. So, it's just holding support here. 424. Yan po ang pinaka-support niya, and it's bearish. Although yung RSI niya tumataas, nasa 4163, and it's holding support, but it continues to move downwards. And let's see if the support holds, you know? And so far, it's holding for the past week. Yan po yung support level niya, no? Pero bearish pa rin po ang stock. Yung resistance po niya nandito po sa 482. Okay, so obserbahan lang po natin yung stock na ito dahil walang gaanong volume although merong slightly above average volume, but there has to be a surge in order to have a breakout plus volume. Okay, next we have LTG. Si LTG ay ganun din ang kwento nito, parang COSCO. So it's holding support here, 808. That it's still bearish. Somehow the price is now above the short term, no? Pero I wouldn't say na nagbago na yung trend. RSI is at 50, meaning nasa midpoint. So obserbahan lang po natin itong stock na ito. Maaring magkaroon ng change, but tingin ko po dito ay bearish pa rin po or pababa pa rin ang trend nitong stock. And then BDO. Tingnan naman natin si BDO. BDO is, okay, bearish po si BDO, although there is a slight recovery today. 1 peso 60 centavos, 1.45% up. And let's check the support. Okay, based on the 1 week chart, support is here. Yan, nasa 110, more or less. Ang support level po ni BDO based on the 1-week chart, balik natin sa 1 day, yan po, nasa support level po siya. And because there is a support level here at the left side, but this is 2021, no, third quarter. So it's almost oversold, and let's hope this green candlestick is a good sign, no? Kasi yesterday it was oversold. Bihira po magkaroon ng oversold o maging oversold ang BDO. Bihirang-bihira po. And the last time it was oversold, dito pa noong near oversold 2021, ano? 2021 pa. Pero nasa 31 lang siya. So, bihira po mag-oversold. Pero pagka nag-oversold po yan, maaring magkaroon ng bounce ang BDO. Okay? Then, SEC, we haven't reviewed SEC for some time. Bullish si SEC with volume po siya, no? And patuloy na tumataas si SEC, no? At tingnan nyo lang po yung long-term indicator natin, yung 100 days, na kung ang direction niya or kung yung pattern niya ay pataas, bullish po yung stock on the long term. Yan po. So let's take the EMA 50 as our support at 33. And the resistance, let's draw siguro a parallel channel. So from here to here, that would be our parallel channel. The resistance will be at 38, more or less. Following the parallel channel with a slight overshoot there. Okay? And it's bullish. 59 po si RSI, meaning that it's above the midpoint and it continues to move upwards with support. EMA 50 nasa 33.01. So, malapit lang po. No? Malapit lang po dito sa ating parallel channel. Okay, yan po ang ating report sa stock market. July 1, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro nagpapaalala. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.